This Arizona city is changing forever. Gilbert just announced the biggest redevelopment in the town's history. We're talking about thousands of paying new jobs by 2045 and $1 billion project completing in 2026. Not only that, but we've got 5 major developments happening right now that are going to completely change what most people think Gilbert is. Gilbert isn't slowing down when it comes to growth. One of the biggest transformations happening is at the ranch, an almost 300-acre along Power Road between Warner and Elliott. This is the largest mixed-use project in town history, combining millions of square feet of employment space with over 700 homes, 34 acres of retail, and 18 acres of green space. The first phase breaks ground in late 2025, and construction ramps through 2026. That means Gilbert's east side is about to look and feel completely different. For those familiar, this sits just east of Morrison Ranch and near Revel Surf. At the same time, over near Santan Village, the new Northside project is bringing in restaurants and hospitality. The headliner here is Perry's Steakhouse and Grill. This is their very first Arizona location, opening in 2026. It's a 350-seat destination that people will drive across the valley for. Add in a new Spring Hill Suites, plus boutique fitness and beauty tenants, you've got some serious upgrades to Gilbert's shopping and dining scene. In that same area, we're also getting a Whole Foods Market and a Dick's House of Sport in the same Santan area. And yes, Arizona is even getting an Air One, but that's coming to Phoenix and not necessarily downtown Gilbert, but still pretty cool. What's going on, guys? I'm Cole with Living Phoenix Metro, a local real estate agent helping people just like you move in and around Gilbert, Arizona. And I want to be your real estate resource of choice when the time comes, so reach out whenever. You'll find my email in the description or just hit the link to get in touch with me. There's also a relocation guide if you're moving out of state. Infrastructure, the upgrades that you will feel. Now let's talk about the backbone of it all. It's not super sexy, but it is incredibly important for residents, especially to handle the growth of Gilbert is seeing. Here we have some changes to freeways and water filtration. One of the biggest shifts is the Ocotillo Road expansion and new bridge project South Gilbert. By summer 2026, Ocotillo is expected to connect more cleanly from Greenfield to Higley, with widened lanes, full sidewalks, bike lanes, bridges over canals, and utility work done underneath. For anybody trying to combine east-west travels across southern Gilbert, this is going to be a major cut in just annoyance. North Water Treatment Plant is also getting upgrades. Gilbert is rolling forward with a multi-year overhaul of its North Water Treatment Plant. It will have a larger capacity, modern filtration, better solids handling, and more resilience. This update is fundamental. As more residents and businesses move in, water supply and quality needs to keep pace. Work is slated through 2026 and further beyond. Now for the freeway. The Loop 202 and Santan Freeway is widening. Here's the freeway piece you'll practically feel when you drive or sit in traffic. The Loop 202 widening between Loop 101 and Val Vista Drive is under construction now. For anyone traveling on the South 202 to Tempe or Chandler, you may have already felt this construction. The plan is to add 2 general-purpose lanes in each direction from Loop 101 to Gilbert Road, and 1 new lane each direction from Gilbert Road to Val Vista Drive. Interchanges, bridges, and ramps are getting reconstructed too. Work began in August 2024 and is expected to last about 2.5 years. So you'll see active construction through 2026, possibly into early 2027 with how construction happens here. Gilbert has already warned about ramp closures, including a 60-day closure for the eastbound off-ramp of Gilbert Road, but that's mostly cleared up at the point of filming this video. All told, you're not just getting smoother Ocotillo or better water, you're getting freeway upgrades on the 202 that lightens the load for East and South Valley commuters. Now I would love to see if the HOV lane would actually extend into the Southeast Valley, but we'll see. There are also really amazing changes coming to Gilbert's parks. 2 of the biggest park expansions are lining up for late 2025 and early 2026. And if you've got kids in sports or just want more weekend options, this is really good news. Desert Sky Park is seeing phase 2 of its expansion that is stacked with upgrades. There's 5 new multi-use fields, a brand new inclusive splash pad, 2 playgrounds, including 1 built for all abilities, plus 8 pickleball courts with shade and structures. They're also planning tennis, basketball, sand volleyball, a new dog run, new entries, and even more parking. They're expected to break ground in late 2025, so expect dirt moving soon and new facilities rolling out shortly after. Gilbert Regional is also seeing phase 2 of its development. South Gilbert's flagship, Gilbert Regional Park, is also set for phase 2. The town is targeting a spring 2026 start with baseball fields opening in 2027. That means even more space for leagues, tournaments, and family nights without having to drive across the valley. Between these two projects, Gilbert families are about to see a serious boost in recreation options, whether that's for youth sports, cooling off of the splash pads, or battling it out on the pickleball courts. One project that flies under the radar but is a big deal for new Gilbert residents is the Advocacy Center. Construction kicked off in early 2025, and it's scheduled to wrap up in fall of next year. So what exactly is it? This facility is designed to bring together victim services and investigative support all under one roof. That means faster responses, better resources, and a stronger support system for the community as a whole. It's funded in part through ARPA dollars, so the town has been able to move it forward without that many major delays. It's not all flashy as new restaurants or even new pickleball, but safety and trust is one of the local services that are huge parts that makes Gilbert such a desirable place to live today. Families want to know that they're in a place that takes care of its own people, and this is one of those investments that pays dividends for decades to come. And finally, we've got to talk about downtown Gilbert. Have you been out by the water tower lately? If you know, it's already one of East Valley's hottest dining spots, but what's coming next is on another level. Heritage Park is under construction right now on a full block at the north gateway to downtown. This is just before you cross the power lines. Phase 1 is bringing in about 47,000 square feet of new restaurants, shops, a public square with water features, art, walking paths, plus the novel Heritage Park apartments just behind it. On top of that, some incredible names are already announced like Blue Sushi Sake Grill, Ghost Donkey, and Palma. They're all set to open as early as 2026. Over time, the plan includes a boutique hotel and even more office space. The South Anchor site at Gilbert and Elliott is finally gaining some momentum. In July 2025, the Redevelopment Commission approved a conditional use permit to allow ground floor residential, which opens the door for a true mixed retail, office, and a housing on the corner. The project is currently in design review, with full site plans, elevation, and landscaping currently being refined. Depending on which developer's plans move forward, one proposal envisions about 200 residential units, 15,000 square feet of commercial space, and a structured parking garage with parking garage both above and underground. Some of the early designs have gotten mixed feedback from commissioners, but that's the process. It ensures whatever gets built feels authentic to downtown Gilbert's character. Either way, the corner is no longer just potential, it's becoming active, and it will stretch the energy of downtown even further south. In September 2025, as of filming this video, they have gotten approval, but we'll see how far the final plans are laid out. And while all this is happening, Gilbert has been rolling out wayfinding upgrades downtown. This is small, but it is meaningful. That means that there's more signs pointing towards parking, where the bike racks are, restrooms, and even rideshare spots. It just makes it easier for people to get around and actually spend time in downtown. The bottom line, downtown Gilbert isn't just holding its own, it's doubling down on everything it's doing. The restaurants, the living spaces, the public square, it's all about making the Heritage District an even bigger draw for families, professionals, and even visitors across the valley. So there you have it. There are 5 major shifts happening right now in Gilbert. From huge mixed-use projects like the ranch, to infrastructure upgrades you'll feel in traffic and in your tap water. There's also parks and pickleball, public safety investments, and finally the next chapter of downtown Gilbert. All these pieces are lining up to make Gilbert not just one of the fastest growing towns in Arizona, but one of the most livable. The only question is, where do you fit in the picture? If you're thinking about buying or selling here in Arizona, especially in Gilbert, the timing matters. I put together a Gilbert relocation guide in the description below that can help, as well as booking time with myself by going to livingphoenixmetro.com/YouTube, and Phoenix is PHX. I'd love to be a real estate resource for you when the time comes. And if you want to keep up with these projects, how they actually unfold week to week, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got more updates coming, especially live updates from the East Valley. Peace, y'all. See you in the next video.